Man, I know what time it is. You're listening to the All Burgundy and Gold Errything Commanders pregame show powered by the Urban Sports Scene and Fox Sports Radio 96.9 FM and 1340 AM, Hopewell, Virginia. On Thursday night football, the Washington Commanders travel to Lambeau Field to take on the Green Bay Packers. I'm here. I'm Wole. I'm here with my guys, George, Glenn. What's going on, fellas?
Hey, game time. That's all
Yeah,
it is. It's game time.
I like
It's
it.
about that time. Week 2, big important game in the NFC. It's exciting already.
I like your mindset. Game time. What's up? What's going on, George?
Waiting all day for Thursday night. Let's go.
Waiting all day for Thursday night. I like it. I like it. Hey, before we get into this game and dive into it, we got to knock out some particulars. Hey, subscribe to our podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and other podcast platforms. Just search All Burgundy and Gold Errything. Also, tweet us at ABG_Errything and hit us up on IG and TikTok at ABG_Errything. Make sure you subscribe to the All Burgundy and Gold Errything YouTube channel. If you're in the YouTube chat, we accept super chats. Super chats help us support the show. The super chats will be prioritized over all comments in the YouTube chat. So you give us a super chat, we'll make sure we prioritize those comments in the super chat. Our pregame is also being streamed on the Urban Sports Scene X handle as well. So if you're on X, go ahead and you can listen to it over there. Anyway, here's the rundown for the show. We'll chat with Bowie TV's Commanders reporter Candi Waller. She'll be joining us live from Lambeau Field. We'll also talk about the keys for Commanders' victory and provide predictions. Then we'll select our fantasy football selection for the Thursday night game. All right, let's not waste any time. Live from the press box in Lambeau Field, we got Bowie TV's Commanders reporter Candi Waller on the line. What's going on, Candi?
Hey, you guys. You guys can hear me okay, right?
Yeah, you're perfect.
Okay, perfect. Very, very good.
So first off, Candi, we know? First off, how is Lambeau? How is it?
It's been amazing. I came in yesterday because I have a cousin that lives in Green Bay.
Really?
Yeah, I do. I have a cousin
Wow,
that lives
okay.
in Green Bay, and so yeah, he moved here like 15 years ago for his
Okay.
job. So he and his family are here, and I'm gonna tell you, people have been like super nice. I mean, it's definitely like, okay, do they trash talk or whatever? Yeah, sure, but it's not. It ain't like that. They're a very nice town. I mean, I don't know what type of time they're gonna be on in the stands, but so far they've been really really nice. I've enjoyed myself, honestly.
That's awesome. Your family. Okay, I don't hear that often. You have family in
Everybody
Green
said
Bay.
that. Everybody said it when I said it. When I said it last week in the media room, everybody was like, "Who has family in Green Bay?" I'm like, me. Like seriously. So they were like, "Okay." Nobody ever says that, and I'm like, whatever. So yeah,
Yeah,
no, it's been cool. It's very nice, very very nice football town.
that is wild. All right, I love it. I
It's
love
a
it.
bunch of green and yellow houses all up and down the. Like people have
Mhm.
designed their houses in green
Really?
and yellow, and like people in the neighborhoods like charge for parking,
Hmm.
and they have like it's phenomenal. It's wild. These
Yeah.
houses, they're really really they're like sports houses. It's I didn't know they really lived there, but they do.
Yeah, Donna said that. She said it's like the stadium is in a mix of basically the like living, like pretty
Yeah,
much residential
yeah, there's
residential
a
area.
residential area, and they said like in the last 5 years, like all these hotels, like a ton of hotels. It's all is a whole bunch of everything. So in that regard too. And they said none of this was here before. It
Hmm.
was just the neighborhoods. But now they got a bunch of nice hotels and everything. It's real nice.
Crazy. All right. Well, Candy, we always ask this question. What are some of the notable inactives for today's game?
I think the biggest notable inactive, right? I mean, the punter that they signed is inactive, right?
Actually, okay.
Tressway, he worked out. He's all right,
Good.
all good. I think the only other thing, because this is pretty much the same list from week one.
Hmm.
I think maybe folks will say Chris Rodriguez Jr. I always say, oh, I thought they were going to dress four backs. They're not.
Hmm.
So I think it's pretty the same, other than the punter that they just signed. But I think that's good news, right?
Yeah, very
Plus
good
the
news.
time. So
So, like Jaden was also in that injury report. How is he? How is he feeling? Like, what was the vibe with all that? Is he straight?
yeah, he fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
one of
right.
them. Hmm.
But I think having trust there is uber important. You know what I mean? Just having trust, making sure he was going. Because when I saw they signed a punter, I was like, uh oh.
Yeah. I think for me, I said the same thing earlier, but I was really looking at. I honestly was looking at Dietrich Wise being listed as questionable,
That's it. Okay.
and I know he was warming up, but obviously he's active. But like for a game like this, I was just like, oh my gosh. So, and yes, I see the comment. Yes, I'm rocking Burgundy. The Sunday I did go,
Yeah,
and
that's
today
from
I did.
Paul. I'm gonna play it from Paul.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I can't. I was not doing both in the same
okay.
day, but I did
Uh,
do one, and now I'm doing the other.
Will Grooms has a question for you. He says, "What's wrong with C Rod?"
Nothing. I mean, these are healthy scratches. There's nothing wrong with anybody that's on the inactive list.
Mm, yeah.
From that, do we take it that the only way Chris Rodriguez is getting in is if somebody gets hurt?
More than likely, unless they decide
Okay.
to switch up a game plan for some, for whichever reason.
Yeah, we got to take into account. Remember, Chris Rodriguez has been on the practice squad for the last 2 years, been with his organization. So, it has to be somebody getting hurt before he gets there. Because look at the backs in front of him. You got Eckler, you got
Mhm.
Nick McNichols, and you also got Bill. So they're not putting four out there.
They're just not gonna put right. They're just not gonna put four out there.
Yeah, especially when they have other positions they have to worry
Yeah,
about.
they're not
To be
gonna
real
put
with
four
you,
out there.
just not. It's a numbers game, man. It's a numbers game.
Hmm.
But like Candy said, that running back room is treacherous, man. It's tough.
They are. They are. They're
You
very,
said
very
that.
good. They. I said it and I meant it, and you saw what I was talking about
Yeah,
last
I
week.
did.
So it's all
Yeah,
good. Yes, and Bill got rookie of the week. So hey,
yeah,
listen, let's
Mhm.
let's let's see what's up. Let's see what's
yeah.
up.
Hey, Glenn and George, y'all can take. Y'all can. You have something to ask Candy.
Hey, Candy, this game's got to be won in the trenches. Which offensive lineman has to have a great game today? You could,
I mean, it has to be Josh Connolly Jr., but that's going to be very hard today. And
Yeah.
that's just me being fair, you know what I'm saying, and being objective, right? It has to be him. It has to be him because if you got to pick your poison, you're going up against Laramie, you're going to go up against Josh Connolly Jr. It's going to be very, very interesting to see um, how this how this team is going to, the Commanders are going to scheme with an already very good Green Bay defense.
Hmm.
And with the addition of Michael Parsons, it is going to be very, very interesting to see how they prepare for that. Um, and what that's going to look like. But I think last week I was very high on what Josh Connolly Jr. did.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, of course, yes, he got beat sometimes, and that was something that I warned of. Okay, listen, you're going to see him get beat sometimes, but you just need to pay attention to the right side of the line. I also think Nick Allegretti needs to have a very good game as well. All of them do. I'm always very very high or talking a lot about Tyler Biotage and his
Hmm.
leadership on offensive line. He truly does believe in moving five as one, and so that's important. This is going to be very, very important today. And then, of course, that extension of the offensive line and John Bates. Also, let's see what Debo's going to do tonight because he can block his behind off too when he needs to.
I do like what you mentioned about the O line about going with the young boy and
Yeah.
Connerly because he's gonna have a tough one regardless of the
You'll have a
fact.
tough
Oh,
one.
I'm sorry. I apologize. Hey, Mama Waller, how
Hey,
you doing?
mom.
Hi, Miss
I
Yeah,
Hi,
stopped.
Mrs.
I
I
always
Waller.
have.
stop. I'm gonna stop for you. I'm gonna stop
And
what I gotta say for you.
I have been so busy. I have not talked to my mom since I've been
Oh,
in
that's
Green Bay.
terrible.
I told them I was here. I did call my dad, and then I picked up the phone to call her, and I saw some Commanders fans, and he just started talking to me. He started talking to them,
We
and
ain't doing
next
that.
thing I knew, I was late, and so I was like, I don't,
Nah, we
So
ain't doing
hey,
that to Mama.
mom.
Yeah, we're not doing
Yeah,
that to
I
Mama
was just
Waller.
like, what is going on?
Yeah, we gotta talk to her ASAP. Nah, we ain't
Yeah.
doing that to Mama Waller.
Yes, exactly,
But
exactly.
yeah, I do like that you mentioned that about Connerly because he's going to go against not if you're talking about ends, he's going to got Micah and you've got Rashawn Gary too. These are
Sean
two
Gary,
top of the line defensive ends. So I feel
absolutely.
like he's going to be tested. They're going to see they're going to see what the Giants try to do with Burns. They're going to try to
That's
see they're
exactly
going to try
right.
to test them. So he's definitely got to watch. I like that. I like that one a lot, Candy. I thought that's a really good one that you put out there.
Yep, yep. No, thank you.
Mhm.
Just keep the eyes open. It's going to be you exactly right. Exactly what you saw with Brian Burns, right? You didn't hear a whole lot of names called from the Giants defensive line last week, but you did hear Brian Burns. Somebody's going to get free.
Yeah.
somebody's gonna get free.
Somebody's
Listen,
going to get free, and so, but I've been saying this all week. Let me tell you though. At the end of the game, or toward the end of the game, I was looking. It was during the timeout, and I was like, "Yo, Brian Burns is gassed.
Yeah.
They are making him work today," and so it's a short week. So let's see what happens.
So, hey, Ken, I always ask you because this is your thing. What are your clues, man? What are your clues? What is your clues for Thursday night?
Oh, that's funny to me now.
Yeah,
Because
see,
I think I do be telling somebody like actually told me that an opposing team, I won't say who it is, but an opposing team like actually like somebody found my show and they pay attention to my clues the week of the game and they
that's
talked about
dope.
it.
That's what's up.
And I was
That's
just
what's
like
up. That's dope.
a little bit like the ops. But anyway,
Hey,
um
hey, man, it's
I
public record right now,
Yeah,
man.
well,
it is public record. It is public
it's
record.
flattery though. It's flattery, right? You
Yeah,
don't know how
it
to.
is. It's flattery, but I was just like, what do I be saying? But anyway, but with that though, um, I asked Coach Quinn on Tuesday about the Green Bay Packers offensive line because this is one that is supposed to be one of the better offensive lines in the league right now and projected to be one of the top offensive lines in the league. So I definitely think everybody, if we're talking about what the Commanders' defensive front did to the Giants, right? They were like, okay,
Hmm.
the Giants' offensive line isn't good. Well, then, okay, they did what they were supposed to do. This will be a test of everybody's going to know if the Commanders' defensive line is for real.
Mm,
If what everybody saw, I mean, what I've been watching, what I've been sharing with you all, what
yeah.
people saw on Sunday, if it's true, the Commanders' defensive line will see and find success tonight. If that's true, so be looking out for that. Also, let's be clear, still look out for Jordan Love. They don't have no scrub quarterback over there.
Hmm.
Okay, they got a very good run game, a very good quarterback. So all of that is something to watch. Speaking of their run game, I think we're going to have to see Frankie Louvu. Frankie Louvu said he had a quiet game. He did have 7 tackles last week,
Hmm.
but let's see how he moves tonight.
That's a
Let's
good
see how
one.
Frankie Louvu moves tonight. Let the secondary still be the secondary, because let them be them. But I'm really looking at the defensive line and the linebacker, specifically Frankie Louvu. Bobby Wagner had an excellent game last week. He led the team in tackles. I don't think enough people were talking about his week 1 performance because sometimes we don't see Bobby warm up until like week 4, week 5, but he showed up in week 1. From an offense, a Commander's offense perspective, I think we kind of saw the team gel last year. It was like each week they got better, right? So you remember week 1,
Hmm.
they didn't look that good. Then week 2 they didn't score any touchdowns, right?
Hmm.
Then week 3 was a Cincinnati game, and that's when everything shifted, right? So I think that you saw some of the connection not always there with Jaden and the receivers. That's got to lock in. That's
Hmm.
got to lock in tonight. Um, they got to lock in for sure. Let's hope Tressway is okay. I think he's okay. They wouldn't play him if he wasn't.
Yeah.
Um, and then going back to the point of the turnovers, yes, I mean last year y'all know I was big on that. They
Yes,
had
you
a goal
were.
of 3 turnovers. Going back to Jordan Love, getting pressure, get the football back. Now, I made a joke on another show earlier this week, but I said, but sometimes, getting the ball back, that's more time for Michael Parsons. I don't know if I want to see number 1 in green next year, but at any rate, they got to run the numbers up. This is a week that the Commanders' offense is going to have to run the numbers up. This is a team, in my opinion, Green Bay Packers, Washington Commanders, where even last year they were right there neck and neck with each other. Remember the Packers had to lose their last regular season game, which they did, in order for the Commanders to get the 6th seed.
Hmm.
The 7th. So they're like right there. And it's all a whole bunch of projection. Whoever wins this game, this is the test for the Eagles. Well, as far as I'm concerned, both teams are a test for the Eagles. This is a very strong team. And the fact that they went out, they were strong without Michael Parsons. They went and got Michael Parsons. That has let that sent a shot out to the league of the type of time that the Green Bay Packers are on this
Hmm.
season. They too are in a tough division. And in my opinion, after week 1, they're in a tougher division than the NFC East. The NFC North ain't a joke. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? They never are. So, you'll see the Lions, in my opinion, get better. We'll continue to see what happens with Chicago. The Vikings, it was just week 1, yeah, but that stuff matters to teams. So both of these teams have a lot. I mean, every week is going to be a lot on the line.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody ever wants to lose. That's another thing that I'm learning. Nobody ever wants to lose. It's never okay to lose. So this is a conference game.
Yeah.
Could be a playoff
I want to
preview.
return to the turnovers real quick because they had a chance to fall on a fumble inside their 5 yard line and stop a score, and they didn't do it. They had an interception called back. This has been a problem for several years. They've had chances to get turnovers and they haven't taken them. Has there been any kind of discussion about that, around the team, or have players been talking about that? Do you think that
I mean, I
that
mean,
sooner or later they've got to take and you're playing Jordan Love, who's going to give you a chance to turn the ball over. They've got to get turnovers this week. They can't keep missing these opportunities.
I mean, they got to take every. They got to create them. They have a goal of three. So until they get that, they won't be getting their goal of
Mm-hmm.
three. So they're going to have to be strong in that regard. I think they're also going to have to be really strong. Speaking of that, in creating turnovers, they're also going to try to find opportunities to create turnovers on special teams, as
Mm.
well as make an impact on special teams. Starting field position is going to be huge. The longer stretch you have of field, again, that's more time for Rashad Gary and Michael Parsons led defense to get after your quarterback or to get after the football because they do create turnovers.
Yeah, they do.
So you got to get as much short field as possible, but you got to run the numbers up. So they really have to score touchdowns, and the defense is going to have to get up on the scoreboard too. It would be nice for the defense to get at least two turnovers that resulted in at least 14 points at the least. If they scored them themselves, pick six it could be something they should be shooting for multiple times tonight.
Love it. Cliff House says, what's the deal with Jaden's wrist? I'll let you answer that. You know we kind
He's fine.
of okay. So make sure I had
Hey,
read his question. Go ahead, Glenn. You want to say something?
yeah, Candy. Tonight, with we talking about the offensive line going against the defensive line, how it's important it is for Washington to establish the running game early in this game. And I'm not talking about running with Jaden Daniels, right? Because that's one that Green Bay can't account for, right? I'm talking about running with
Mhm.
Bill, running with Eckler, running with McNichols. Um, is that one of the focuses this week to make sure? Because this team had 233 yards rushing last week, right? How
Mhm.
and we know that Green Bay shut Detroit down to Detroit average, well, I think 2.6 yards per carry last week. So,
Mhm.
what's the importance for this team to get off good to the run for the run?
I made a comment last night in a conversation when I was just like, somebody's gonna have to be, make them chase you, and it's either gonna have to be Jaden or Bill. You don't want it to be Jaden, so it's
Mm-hmm.
gotta be Bill. Somebody's got to get chased, wear him down, because that's what I saw him do to Brian Burns. Brian Burns was tired. He was exhausted. I know it was week one, but I was just like, he's tired. Look at him. Somebody gonna give him some water. Ain't none of them trainers gonna give him no water. That's messed up. He needed some water. He needed some water. I was concerned one time. And I'm not trying to like joke on him, but he was eight. They made he
That man
earned
needs
that game.
water.
He earned that game day paycheck. Let me tell you.
He did.
So he
His
did.
ankle got wrapped up one time. He was on the sideline getting the ankles taped.
Yeah, yes, they was wearing him down. Yeah, he got the J a few times,
Yeah.
but they was
Hey,
like, we gonna make you chase us. And so, and it's the speed factor too. This Commanders team is faster, and this is something
Mhm.
I saw in May. I said, "Oh my God, did they get faster?" Right? And there's a lot more to that, right? Um, so they're gonna have to beat them. They're gonna have to beat them at the line of scrimmage. They're gonna have to beat them and make it hard to track where the football is.
Mm.
and that was my other question to ask you, Kenny. We saw Debo Samuel last week get about 10 targets, right? A lot of targets.
Yeah,
Or they put the ball in Debo's hand a lot
that's right.
last week. Uh,
Yep.
is the cohesiveness between Debo and Jaden because Debo was at training camp and Terry wasn't, and
Yep.
so we got to catch that. Terry has to catch up.
Yes. That's exactly the point. That's exactly the thing. Excuse me. When Cliff Kingsbury was talking about that time on task, right? Right before when Terry was like, that was like the last day he was on the pup, right? When Cliff was like, oh, he ain't out here. It's time on task. That's what you see, right? Because let's be for real, Terry missed all of mandatory OTAs and training camp. That was, in my opinion, a very strong result of time on task. They didn't have it. And then Noah, while he was a contributor last week, remember he was out a bit due to injury. So yeah, but it'll be interesting to see how different that looks in a short week. That's what I'm looking for. Let's see how different it looks in a short week, because by how different it looks, I'm going to be able to see what they did in time on task. I will know. I'll know, because and I guess since the ops watching, somebody came over here. His seat ain't over here. His seat ain't over here. But it's fine.
You got a question from Dandy. Danny got a question for
Right
you.
over here.
If the Commanders win tonight, what message are they telling the NFC and the NFL?
And what you gonna do? Call down to the field now? You might. You might. But anyway, I mean, it's ridiculous.
So if they win tonight, what message does it send to the NFL, to the NFC and the NFL?
The Commanders' defensive front is should be you should be worried, especially if they make Jordan Love look like how they made Russell Wilson look last week.
Mm.
Okay, if it looks like that, this is for real. This is not for play, and it's a clear message of what people have been saying, and that this is a championship contending team. I know, again, it's just week 2, but this Green Bay team is very good. The same thing should probably be said for the other team, right? If Green Bay wins, the same thing should be said for
Mhm.
them. These are two very good teams going to play football tonight. I hope everybody is excited about this football game, because it's going to be good.
I totally agree, Candy. Candy, thanks for being on. I know you got some
Hey,
stuff to do. You got some.
one
You
more
want
question.
to ask her something? Let's go ahead.
Yeah, one more question. One more question.
I see he's not even here no more.
I know I gotta let you go, Candy.
He must have
I gotta
heard
let you
me
go.
say that he was the ops. He ain't over here no more.
Hey, what's the sense of urgency for this team to finish? Right, last
Oh.
week we saw them move slowly. Right, they should have
Mhm.
easily put up 30, 35 points
That's
on the New
right.
York Giants. Has the message this week around Green Bay, Ashbourne Park before they left is the finish? Right, this team left a lot of points on the board, and
Mhm.
so the coaching
That's right.
staff and those Dan Quinn, your Anthony Lynn's, and all, and your Cliff Kingsbury telling this team to finish.
Absolutely, but I think more important, just as important, let me say that, not more important, just as important as the names that you just listed is Jaden Daniels.
Okay.
Because Jaden Daniels is the one who said it was sloppy. Glad we came out with the W, but that was sloppy. So when QB1 says that's sloppy,
That's right.
even on
He was
him,
right.
but even on
Right.
him, right?
Yeah.
They're going to clean that thing up. And so it will be interesting to see what this looks like offensively and defensively, because if you want to see them build, and that's something that Coach Quinn talks a lot about, they want to build on it. And that's one thing that I learned about them last year. Another thing I meant to mention earlier,
Mhm.
let's see the number of penalties go down.
Yeah, that's the main.
Those penalties have got to go down. This is not a game you can just give away yardage. You cannot give away yardage in this game. You will pay for it in this one. Cannot happen tonight if you want to win it. You can't. No, it's a bad idea.
That's actually yeah, that's it. Like right there. I mean, week 1, the penalties were ridiculous.
Yes.
If you want to play, I mean, Detroit, is a better team than the Giants. If you want to have the similar outcome, you can't have those kind of penalties.
No. It was fine last week. It wasn't fine. Let me be clear. It was not fine. But against that team, it didn't hurt
You
you.
didn't hurt them. Exactly.
It'll hurt you tonight.
Exactly. I agree. I totally agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Kenny, before we let you go, how can make sure you let folks know how they can catch you on social media and catch Bowie TV's content? Plug anything you want to plug. We appreciate you as always.
No, thank you all for having me on. I always enjoy doing it. Everybody knows what I'm about to go do. Oh, you about to go do all Burgundy and Gold Errything? Yes.
They know our names. That's what's
I
up.
I
love
don't know
it.
where the ops not, but they follow me now. But he's not even over here. I be loud. I thought I was quiet. Anyway, at CWall SE, at CWall SE on X.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Bowie TV YouTube channel. And if you are in Prince George's County, Maryland, we are on, if you have not cut your cable, we're on Comcast channels 190 and 1097. But I try my best to really, tweet a lot and talk a lot. The game is on Amazon Prime, right? So
Yep.
so it's pretty. Some games I'll be, pro tip, insider information. Sometimes the broadcast is a lot slower than what's happening in real time, and sometimes it's almost real time. So Amazon does pretty good in pretty much being real time.
Mm-hmm. You're right. Sometimes
Mhm.
it'd be real slow. You're right.
Yep, it'd be super slow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. My man said Wait, Luke
And
McCaffrey. Well, I was right again. Luke McCaffrey, buddy, he got 2 touches last week. He didn't catch no ball last week.
oh Lord,
What are you talking? Yes, but dude, you be worried about special teams. Like you act like you. Luke McCaffrey's not a real receiver. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to do that to you.
Mhm.
He's a special teams player. Like what you're trying to gas him up to be, he ain't. He's a special teams dude. I'm
oh my
sorry, Ken.
God.
You can go. Ken, you
No,
can
that
go.
was funny. You almost made me spit
I'm
out my
about to say,
coffee.
like, people coming at me for like he wants Luke McCaffrey to be a number 3 wide receiver. This dude is a special team.
No,
Not on this
He's
team.
not even
not
that.
even
Like
three.
you, it's like me talking about. I don't
Mm.
even know. Like that's like me talking about.
Noah Brown is number 3.
Yeah, like you better
No
talk more
Brown.
about
Yeah.
Noah Brown than
And
Luke
then it's
McCaffrey.
Jalen,
Talk about no.
and then it's Jalen, and
Yeah,
then it's Luke.
Jalen. Talk about Jalen Lane. Like you talk about
Hey,
Luke
matter,
McCaffrey.
hey, I
Would
don't
love to
think
see. Would
that's
love to see Jalen break out.
Me too.
I
Yeah.
would
if
love that
more
to happen
more
tonight.
Chris Moore keep catching balls like he did. If Chris Moore keep catching balls like he did last week, Luke goes down again.
Yeah.
All right. Well, can I
Yeah.
let you go? I'm here
All
to
right.
test him.
Okay.
Hey,
See,
Ken.
you hear him shouting too.
Yeah, test him.
That's what the
1,
Yeah.
ops
2,
want me.
3,
The
4,
ops want
5.
me to get off the phone. They want me to go.
All
All right. See
Right.
y'all. Bye.
Who's my man? Luke. Luke, come on. Nah, no Luke. Damn, man, you got me here talking about Luke. It's Thursday night football. You talking about Luke McCaffrey. What's wrong with you, man?
Hey, no Yeet, no Luke.
No, yeah, like, yeah, no, yeah, exactly. No, none of that. Nah, none of that. Yeah, sentence of pure. Oh, thanks, coach. Sentence of pure blocker. Seems like.
I want to get on that point real quick. The coach is talking about.
Go ahead.
They need Senate tonight to really block, right?
Do they?
With
They
that,
got
with
Bates. Do they need them?
I mean, you got Bates, man. You got Bates,
they?
right? You got
Do they
Bates,
really
but,
need
again,
Senate? I'm like,
but you're gonna have to switch off a little bit tonight. I think so. I think we might see a little bit of Senate, but I think Bates is the best blocking tight end that is of the Washington Commanders have. But to protect that D line of Green Bay again, Washington has to be able to. I say it every week. You got to run the football, right?
Yeah.
But really, this week, Washington has to really establish themselves or establish the running game this week, right?
Mm-hmm.
The running game has to be established this week, and that means from Larry Tunzel to Biotish to Algredi to Connolly, who came off the ball well last week, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't his run blocking that was worried. It was the pass blocking last week. But if he comes off the ball well, I think they can neutralize what goes on. And I don't want to get my fantasy player yet, but Zach Ertz has to have a big game because, again, the way that Green Bay's defense is aggressive and they do a lot of blitzing, it sets a game up for Zach Ertz to have a big game tonight.
So I watched, I had to go do my research and actually, watch Green Bay, and I wasn't impressed. I'm not gonna lie to you all. I was not impressed by watching Green Bay.
Really?
I thought the Lions played a sloppy brand of football. Their corners don't. I'm not impressed with their corners. I think people are open. I just not impressed with the Packers whatsoever. I thought their defense. I think the Lions defense. The Lions a lot like. I think if what's that quarter? What's his name? Quarterback for the Lions. I'm having a moment.
Jared Goff.
Jared Goff. If Jared Goff didn't throw that turnover, like their game is totally different. In the red zone, that game is totally different. Like I watched, I had to go back and watch that game. I watched that entire game. Like I went back.
Okay, because Green Bay held them under 200
did
yards.
You watch the whole? Did anybody watch the game? I'm not trying.
I watched
the game. So I watched.
Okay.
Like I broke it down. Like
it was a 4 o'clock game.
It's not what the stat shows you. Ain't what the game really was.
It was some points in that game where it was sloppy for both sides.
Yeah, it was just sloppy.
Right?
Like Jordan Love was not on point either.
And I counted that as being. I counted that as being.
No, he didn't, and he didn't have to be because they held. The Lions didn't have 200 yards until that last stat.
Yeah, but you gotta watch. All right, if you watch again, you gotta watch. You're looking at the stats. Watch the game for what it is. Like they moved the ball when they needed to move the ball. It wasn't like
Detroit
I don't know how to explain it. It wasn't like what it was. Okay. It wasn't a shutdown game.
But Detroit had opportunities.
But Micah destroyed. Yeah, I do agree with this. Micah did destroy. I watched that. He did. Micah destroyed him. This is a fact. Mike only played on third downs. He only played on third downs. Like played on third downs. A few snaps. He played on third downs, but he helped cause the interception because he forced Goff to get the ball out quick. But it wasn't. If you watch the game, it wasn't their defense. Like for instance, I'll put this in context. Because I was watching a couple games. I was way more impressed with the Rams defense than I was with like Detroit's defense.
Okay.
Way more, because what the Rams had to do, like what they did, that was true pressure. The Rams was true pressure. Jared Goff wasn't in the rest like thoroughly. They did do a good job stopping the run, though. I will give them credit. They did a good job
Right.
stopping the run.
They're
But
big-
I would
they're
say
big-
I would say that like they were stingy in running the ball with Montgomery, who I thought Montgomery was more effective. They just kept trying to get the ball to Gibbs. Montgomery was more effective though.
Right.
They just
But
were stingy.
They are big up front, just like Washington's big up
Yeah.
front. And that's where the
You can run on them though. You can.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why when I asked Kenley the question, you have to be able to establish the run, right? And what Cliff Kingsbury did last week against the Giants, when you watch to neutralize your Thibodeaux and your Carter, Jaleel Carter, right? Was that Jaden was getting the ball out.
Abdul Carter.
Sorry,
I got
Abdul
you,
Carter. Jaden was getting the ball out quick, right? There was some quick things. So I think again, Washington, you'll see Jaden Daniels this week get the ball out quick. You'll see a lot more overt motion and some more motion stuff where they making the D line the eyes in the backfield situation, and they'll get the ball out to Bill or they get the ball out to Debo. I think we also see this week, we didn't see much last week, but I think you'll see much more Eckler in the passing game than we did last week, because that's what they're trying to do. When you get the ball, and then you'll see more running, you'll see the running open up in the second quarter, third quarter, because of what is done by Cliff Kingsbury in the Washington Commanders in the first two quarters with the screens, getting the ball out quick, with your scripts, your slip screens and things like your tunnel screens, getting the ball in Debo's hands. And I always tell him about Debo, like Terry's not there. But again, right now, Terry is there, but I think the ball's coming out quicker to a Zach Ertz and a Debo Samuels than it is to a Terry McLaurin, who has been stretching the field.
I'll say this much about that. Like, I think that's everything's gonna play its part. I think Jaden gives the ball to who he feels comfortable to. So I'm not really worried about who's gonna get the ball to. I will say this though, like Jaden. This is why I'm gonna go back to that Detroit game. Like, golf is a statue. It's different.
Right.
Like, this is gonna be different. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I saw like with the time to golf, he had time, but he's a statue. Like, Jaden's gonna take off. Like, what they're not fast like that. Like, they're not fast like as a defense. Like, it's going to be really interesting. Like, because there's a different speed. Like, you're used to seeing a guy sit back in the pocket and everything has to be perfect. You know what I mean? Like, nah, like Jaden's gonna, like, Zach Ertz will be open, because even like Laporta got open. Like, golf wasn't pulling the trigger. Laporta was getting open. Golf just didn't pull the trigger early. Jaden gonna pull the trigger for Zach Ertz if he gets that open. You know what I mean? Like, I do think they take away the deep pass off. Like, from what I watch, they do take away the deep plays often because they're more conservative that way. But I don't see like Terry having one-on-one. You know what I mean? I don't see, like, there's gonna be places where they do have the numbers to run the football. Like, so I actually, again, watching them, I wasn't like uberly scared at this squad, but doesn't mean I'm right. Don't get it twisted. Like, I'm not gonna act like I'm right, but when I watched, I was like, all right, because there's certain teams in the league that you watch, and I had this conversation with one of my best friends. There's certain teams in this league that you watch, and you say, oh yeah, that's a scary team. Like, Buffalo is a scary team. Like, the Ravens are a scary team. Like, the Eagles, even though I hate them, semi scary team. Like, there's like, because you feel like, dang, you're gonna have everything has to go right for you to beat them. I'm gonna say this: everything doesn't have to go right for Washington to beat Green Bay. It doesn't.
Right.
Everything doesn't have to go right. They just got to win the turnover battle. Like that, to be real with you. Like that, to me, they win the turnover battle. They have a great chance to beat Green Bay. Like Green Bay ain't that much different for how, like, I hate that people view Green Bay higher than us. Like, they're that much better than us. They're not. We're very, like, if you're gonna say anything, if anything, we're just as good as Green Bay. Period. It's not even like the only advantage they have against us is that we're playing on the road. That's my opinion when I look at the Packers. The Packers aren't like, they got Micah. That's fine. That's perfect. Micah's amazing. But their secondary isn't better than our secondary. It's not. I'm gonna be real with you. It's not better than our secondary. And yeah, their front four is probably better than our front four, though. I'll give it, because Micah and Gary, that's a hard one. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. But yeah, if I'm Washington, you got Jaden Daniels, the greatest equalizer. If you speed things up and get them tired, you can see what's up. And the Micah effect, but Washington they're used to seeing Micah. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? They're used to seeing Micah. Ain't like they ain't used to seeing Micah.
And Mike is used to dominating against him because
Yeah, but Dan
that's
Quinn,
I wanna,
But Dan
he ain't
Quinn
dominate
understands
last year.
yeah, that's not. I disagree with you. Jaden's worst game until that fourth quarter
Was
was
the
against
Dallas
Dallas,
Cowboys, yeah, but it
and
wasn't because
Parsons
of
was all over him
but
in
no,
that
no,
first game.
it wasn't all because of Micah.
It wasn't all because of Micah, but Parsons sacked him 4 times last year and got him. And in that first half in the last game of the season, Parsons got
Well,
they've got to attack Parsons, wear him down, get him breathing hard because if he really is coming off this injury and he's
That's
on a
fair.
pitch count, they got to go after him. And you kind of talked about it, Glenn. But I mean, I want to see whether it's at the line, 2 guys blocking him. I want to see somebody driving him down the field. I want to see one of our big tackles get their hands on him and push him 5-10 yards down the field and put him in the dirt. Honestly, we got to attack Micah to have to win this game.
I'll say this though, I do gotta be fair. Like I'll be fair to this. Like he's a special player. You're not gonna like stop Micah Parsons.
no.
Get to that. Like when you don't. That's like you don't stop folks like Micah Parsons. You try to contain people like Micah Parsons. Like you just don't want Micah to take over a game. That's a different level. That's like when you going and you're watching, like being a Redskin fan. We didn't stop Reggie White. We just hope that Reggie White didn't take over a game. Like we had some great left tackles. Lawrence Taylor. You don't stop Lawrence Taylor. You just hope Lawrence Taylor doesn't take over the game. Like
I think
you do when you play against players like Reggie White, like Von Miller in his prime. Like it's the same thing. You don't stop these individuals. You just don't hope they don't they don't take over the game. They don't close the game. They don't start the game and close the game. You don't want things of that sort. You know what I mean? So you playing a guy like Micah Parsons, like you hope that you like the only thing you like to say his weakness, you run at him. Yes, you run at pass rushers. Everybody knows that. Like that's what you do with pass rushers. That's not like a secret. Like everybody, like you run at pass rushers because what they want to do is they want to rush the passer. That's not a thing that like. But I'm talking about when you go on 3rd and long, those downs, 3rd and long. That's when the pass rusher eats. Your job is to contain them in that situation, like 3rd and long, 3rd and 10, when it's a known passing down. Your job is right there and then. That's when you try to contain that individual as best as you can. You know what I mean? So,
but also stay out of those situations too.
Yeah, too.
And I'm saying if Washington can stay out of 3rd and longs,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
you
definitely.
neutralize Micah. You stay. I always talk about it being ahead of the sticks, right? If Washington can stay ahead of the sticks, then you neutralize Micah Parsons. They got to put him in on other downs, right? Yeah, right now he's preferably being put in on 3rd down. Of course, that number may go up this week, but you have a short week, right? He did 30 on Sunday. They're not going to put him up for 60 plays this week, right? He'd probably get 30 or 35 again. That's a short number. So you got to take advantage of those plays where he's not in. And that's where it has to be at. But I think you got to look at, George, you may have brought a point up, but that was last year's offensive line. I think this offensive line is much better.
That's it.
Right? This offensive line
Parsons is also going to be surrounded by arguably better talent on defense. And again, limited role, and he still made a pretty good impact last week.
I agree with George
against Detroit.
I agree with George. I don't. Again, like Micah's going to get sacks, dog. I'm not going to even hold you. Micah's going to get a sack. He's going to get a sack. He's going to get sacked. He may get 2 sacks. I'll give you an example. Brian Burns did havoc.
He did,
but did he dominate? But you're not going to look at it like he dominated the game. He did havoc, but he didn't dominate the game. Like Parsons going to do havoc. He ain't going to dominate the game. Like your job is not to say he's not going to. Your job is to hopefully he doesn't not dominate the game. When you got talent like that, when you're Parsons' talent, you're going to get pressure. That's just what it is. The only thing that's going to be different for Parsons, hopefully different for the Commanders, is that Jaden is mobile and he can get out of those situations. But Micah is going to be Micah versus Connolly. He's probably going to win. Like, let me not lie to you. He's going to get Tunsil every once in a while too.
Yeah.
Because he's that good. Like I'm not going to sit here and act like it's Micah Parsons now. It ain't it's Micah Parsons. He's going to get pressure. That's a guarantee. He's going to get pressure. We've seen he's done it throughout his NFL career against multiple teams. He did it against an all-pro offensive lineman last week against the Lions. So it's not like he does this against high-level dudes. That's what he does.
But the
All right.
Lions also had 2 new guards last week too.
But no, he did against a Pro Bowler though. I'm talking about he went one
Oh.
up against a Pro Bowler. I'm talking about he went against Sewell. Sewell is one of the best in
Oh,
Pro
yeah, he's the best lineman, arguably one of the best linemen in the league.
And he did his job. Again, you're not stopping Micah Parsons. I'm not going through that. Like, I'm not going to treat him like he's some regular player. Players it's hard to stop regular, like superhuman players. He's not a regular player. He's not, no knock on him. He's not Dante Fowler. What are we doing? He's not that type of player. He is Micah Parsons. All right. You know what I mean? Like, so their job is to contain. It's just like, that's what it is. Like if Washington goes against the Eagles and goes against Jalen Carter, I'm not saying we're going to stop Jalen Carter. No. I'm going to say I want to contain Jalen Carter. I want to win. I want to win enough times against Jalen Carter. You dig what I'm saying? Like that's the same thing against Micah. I want to win enough times. I don't expect to win all the time. I just want to win enough times. We got Tunsil to stop. Dude, Micah goes against the best. I'm just telling you, Micah's gone against the best tackles in the game and has gotten pressure. I'm not going to put that on Tunsil, so he's got to shut him down. You think Tunsil? All right, one-on-one shutting down Micah is not easy, bro, for anybody. For anybody. Yeah. If he does that, if he shuts down Micah one-on-one, give him all pro already.
Yeah.
Give him all pro already. I ain't going to lie to y'all. Give him all pro already. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do like the Packers linebackers. That is true. I do like the linebackers. They are I do like the linebackers though. So George, I'm asking, what's your keys to a Commander's victory? And I'm gonna open it up to, and also I'm gonna open it up to we're gonna open it up to the listeners for their predictions and whatnot too. So I'm gonna put the link in there too. But go ahead, George.
I mean, the turnovers is a big thing because, like you and everybody else, I'm tired of these guys getting chances to get turnovers and not taking them. And you've got Jordan Love who's going to give you a chance to get turnovers. And the other thing for me is they stopped the best running back tandem in football last week, the Packers. I mean, you don't get better than Gibbs and Montgomery. We saw it firsthand in January, and they stopped them. I mean, for Jahmyr Gibbs to have 10 catches and 31 yards is insane to me that could happen. So our running backs going to be productive and keep us ahead of the sticks and keep us out of third and long, like what Glenn said, because Glenn, you're absolutely right. If there's a lot of 3rd and 8, 9, and 10, yeah, we got the quarterback to convert it, but that is trouble, big trouble against this defense.
And this is what's going D Will, what's going on? He says time of possession is the key. Is his key. I agree. Time of possession is definitely the key. Go ahead, Glenn. What was your keys to Commander's victory?
Commander's victory is one. Jaden Daniels has to stay upright. Right? Jaden Daniels has to stay upright. The same time he had to throw the ball last week, he should have that time again this week, right? He had a lot of time last week to throw the football. That's one key to victory. Second is they have to be able to create running lanes, right? You have to be able to run the football. And running the football to me is key. It opens up everything else. Open up play action. Open up down the field. It opens up your screens and open up all that. They got to be able to run the football. Which is key to victory. And the other key on defensive side of the football, guys we need to call names like Deron Payne, because we have been talking about offense. Another key to victory, you need to call guys like Kinlaw tonight, right? We need to call Deron Payne's name a couple times tonight. We need to call Johnny Newton name tonight, right? So you need to call a couple of those guys' name on the defensive side of the ball tonight to know that the defense is doing what they're supposed to do, and they got Jordan Love running for his life.
Coach Lombard said Kinlaw and Armstrong beating Jordan Morgan and Darian Kennard.
Coach, we think alike, Coach. We think alike, Coach.
Yeah.
So for me, it's just win the turnover battle. I feel like you win the turnover battle, you win the game. Period. And I expect Washington to get some turnovers this game. So I think you win the turnover battle, you win the game. That's what it is. And they lose the turnover battle, then they're not going to win this game. Like, that's how I look at it. I think Washington's offense is potent enough to just. I told everybody, if you ain't look, this offense, if it wasn't for the penalties, they're scoring 30 against the Giants. This why and the whole talk before that game was the Giants defense was elite, and Washington still did whatever they wanted to do predominantly in that game in terms of moving the ball, time of possession. So the narrative changed after Washington played them. That's what happened. The narrative just changed. So now the Packers defense is supposed to be a good defense. Well, okay. Washington gets to see that. They get to, but I've said this before. Like Washington has the type of offense that can score against any defense in the NFL. I believe that. I've said that before.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like their defense, you have to literally shutting down this offense isn't the thing. Shutting down this offense is holding them under. It's to holding them like to 24 points. That's shutting down this offense to me. So this like that's shutting it down, and I'm saying without making mistakes. Without making mistakes, that's shutting down that offense. They don't beat themselves, and Washington don't beat themselves. Don't turn the football over. Washington does it. But I'm opening it up for the predictions. Here's the link is in the chat. Y'all can come on, give us your predictions. You know what I mean? It's out there in the chat. Y'all see it right there. The link's out. The link is out. Ron says Packers lost their best. Yeah, they did. Run stopper. Yeah, I know. To the Cowboys. That's one of the things I'm like. And then if you watch George, you watch the game when they ran, like when they ran Montgomery up the middle and gave the ball to Montgomery instead of Gibbs. Montgomery was getting good yardage. They just chose, but Gibbs is Gibbs. So it is what it is. I get it. Like I get it. But I'm saying like I'm saying, folks, like I've learned this too about people who talk about the Commanders. I could tell they don't watch the Commander games. Like I can tell like how they talk about it. Like they talk about when they talk about how we looked against the Giants or this, that, and the other, they said the game was close. If you watch the game, you would know the game wasn't close. Coach, I knew you were gonna pick the Packers. I know who you are, Coach. You my guy though. You know what I'm saying? You my guy though, Coach. I told Coach I'm gonna make him. Washington's gonna make him a witness every week. He's gonna have to change his thought process on Washington. Because at first he had my man was like the Giants game was gonna be close. I told him it wasn't, and then every week we gonna make Coach a believer. That's the goal. That's the goal for I hope for my Commanders. Every week we gonna make these dudes believers. Hey, the link is in the chat, so go ahead and click it. I want to hear Mike. Don't be scared. You can click the link. You can open the link. You ain't even got to go full screen. You just give me your prediction. Ron said, Ron at India Lake says Washington 29-22. I like that. Who else we got here? Who else we got? What's Mike's? Mike says, Bill, 2 touchdowns, 75 yards, and 20 yards receiving. Oh, okay. I got it's Paul, the homie Paul. I knew somebody. I knew my man be out here. Oh, what's good, dog?
What's up, homie?
What's going on with y'all?
Yes, sir.
What's good, bro? Hey, Paul, give me your prediction, my guy.
27.
You low, Paul. I can't hear you. Can y'all hear Paul? I can't hear him. He low, right?
I can't hear him either.
Your volume low, my guy. Yeah, it's low.
It's real low.
Yeah. Hey, just chat it, bro. I'll just chat it. All right, just chat it, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I know this. Paul doesn't view this as a tune-up. I'm pretty sure he
probably does.
Using...
Probably does for a tune-up. Maybe he come back. You back, Paul? Let me nod your head. I can see you. You back? You good? I'm gonna try again.
Yeah. All right.
Still low, I got you now.
Still low.
Want to say something, Paul? Nah, he's still
low.
I
don't hear nothing.
It's low. I can barely hear. I can hear something. I can barely hear you. All right, hold on. What we got here? Indian Lake says my prediction for the Giants game was 42-17. I will say that it should have been the final score. Between penalties and rust. Yeah, I know. I agree. That should have been the final score.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had it as a close game last week, and it was.
I did not.
It wasn't.
Remember,
I had it as a close game.
Yeah, because I did not respect the Giants.
And just to go back to that, it shows you how far they've come. That because every time in the past that they would have let the Giants hang around like that, they'd have been in trouble, and then they were in no trouble last week. And they were in no trouble last week.
I totally agree with that.
I like that call from Michael Underwood about JCM 95 total yards, a couple touchdowns. It's going to be a pretty good night if that's what we get out of it.
That'd be a great night, man. I think. I mean, you gonna get some Eckler. Oh, here you
go. Paul's calling it a warm up.
It is a warm. I look, man. Paul. I typically.
I have a lot of respect for the Packers. I had them winning this division even before they got Parsons.
That's what's up, man.
And I feel like Parsons puts them as a title contender in the NFC.
Watched it, I ain't gonna lie, man. But again, it's only week 1. But when I was like, all right, let me see what this team really look like, and I was like, oh, okay, they okay. They're not dominant by any stretch of the imagination. But I will say what I like about their receivers, it's like they don't really have a number 1. But they got a bunch of number 2s, which makes them like. But it's good that and that's a compliment actually. Like a
I'm
budget.
a big Matthew Golden guy, so I think eventually he might be a number
I think
one.
no.
but
I said the
he
same. I
wasn't
agree. Hey,
last
George,
week.
I agree with you. He'll be number one, but not
Okay.
now. He ain't there number one now. But I agree with you though, George. I agree with you.
Yeah.
I think he will be their number one eventually. I just think that at the moment he's still getting his feet wet, so he's a number two. You know what I'm saying? They were going to Dobbs a lot. They were going to Dobbs.
And apparently Jaden Reed was playing through a terrible injury, and they were going to him, and
he
he
still
did
got a
well.
bad injury. He's playing off it. He's got a bad thumb or something. I think something like that. He's out like for the whole year. He's gonna need to get like surgery at the end of the year.
I can't believe he's doing that. I mean, he's got to be in terrible pain every week. God dang it!
I'm at a sleep number a bit getting into. Oh man! Oh, I ain't get my score. So I got my score. My score is 31. I got 31-24. Washington.
Okay.
No, I got 31-17. I got 31-17 Washington.
I got the same score as Michael Underwood, 31-27 Washington.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know why Mike ain't trying
to be.
That's messed up, Mike. You ain't trying to. Okay, it's messed up. You ain't trying to click the link. I put it on twice for you too. You know I'm petty. Come try and get you on. I did it twice too, dog. I put you in the shot twice. You know what I'm saying? Paul, get your audio up. We're gonna do it for the post game too, man. So I don't want that audio stuff happening.
That's
for the
right.
Post-game. I need you. We're gonna need you on post game. Yeah, I agree, Coach Lombard. I haven't seen Washington's front four play that well together since Butts and Grant. I mean 90. Yeah, I forget about 90. Yeah, he playing hurt. He's playing hurt.
Yeah.
He's playing hurt. Yeah, I'm going back to my old. Yeah, go back to your old. Yeah, go back to your old ones, bro. Yeah, them joints was like they were low. I ain't saying they were just low.
So Reed playing hurt? Is he out?
No, he's playing. He's just playing hurt. He played hurt last week.
Yeah, Jaden Reed's playing.
He's playing.
I don't know how. It's supposed to be some real serious terrible.
Is it a knee injury or a thumb injury?
And he was like,
I already said he's on my fantasy team, so I need to make sure.
Is it a knee injury or a thumb injury?
He's definitely playing because he was playing with it last week, and he was like their number one receiver last week.
He hurt.
Yeah, he got the numbers last week.
Well, the only guy on the Amazon is Fitzpatrick is picking Washington. Everybody else is picking Green Bay.
Yeah, everybody.
Look. Fitz tried to be back in the organization.
Yeah, Watson been out. Watson out for the whole year.
Yeah.
ACL. Oh, Mike. All right, Mike. You all. Mike on the line. He on the line. No, we have no. You don't renew. Don't. That's my bad. Let me do this, George.
Yeah, there he is.
Yeah,
what's up, fellas?
What's up, Mike?
There he is.
Oh, Mike. Yeah, let's go.
Wale, man. Look, let me tell you something. Luke, man.
Let it happen. Let it happen.
Come on, man. Luke. Come on, fellas.
Luke McTrash. Hey, Luke McTrash.
Luke gonna be the man.
McTrash.
Luke gonna be the man.
Luke McTrash.
Luke gonna be the man.
Luke McTrash.
Luke is gonna be the man, especially tonight.
Hey, watch this, Mike. Mike, watch this. Fair catch.
Hey, Luke gonna get. Luke gonna get.
To be fair, he had a good return
Wale,
last week.
Wale, Luke gonna get 2 catches, 15 yards, guaranteed, baby.
That's how low the bar is now. Two catches, 15 yards. That's how low we gotta go.
Hey, that's gonna get us something. That's gonna get us somewhere down the field.
Hey, Mike, you said a touchdown. Give me a 5-yard touchdown.
That's gonna get us somewhere down the
Two
field.
catches, 15 yards, though. Hey, Mike. Hey, let the folks hear your prediction up front, man. Give me your prediction up front.
Yeah, 31, 27. Definitely.
Okay. Why you got that score? Why do you have that score?
I mean, I think we better than everybody think we are. You know, we definitely gotten better since last season. We beat Green Bay last season. We also beat the Detroit Lions last year. So I mean, we gonna be all right.
Yeah, I think we're gonna be. I think we're all right too. I think we match
up.
I mean,
especially our our corners and our safeties. We're gonna be okay back there. You know.
Yeah, you like our safeties too, right? You like our safeties?
We're gonna be all right.
I like our safeties. Hey, all right, well, Mike, man, I appreciate you. The game about to start, bro. We gonna wrap though.
Hey, Wale, I'm glad you ain't got that black and white striped shirt on today, buddy.
No, I ain't doing that today.
Looking like the burglar or McDonald's.
Look, man, you still the way you rock for Luke, man. I be feeling like, man, this man must be your kinfolk or something, bro. Like, I'm like, you a McCaffrey? You know,
Hey,
Big
what's up,
Ed.
DW? I saw DW on there. What's up, baby?
Yeah, Paul. Yeah. Y'all killing me, bro.
Yeah.
Y'all killing me. All right, boss.
All
All
right,
right,
Mike.
man.
All right.
Appreciate you guys, man.
Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate
Appreciate you.
Hey, Michael.
My man, Mike. Oh, man, we out here, man. We outside. I'm talking about Mike out here. That's what I'm talking about. I'm hyped now, baby. Let's go.
Hey, fantasy picks. We got to get them in.
Oh, fancy picks. Damn.
Yeah, that's right.
I got so distracted. Got my man Mike here. I got so distracted. Oh, yeah, fancy picks. All right, yeah. Glenn, go first.
Hey, I said it earlier, man. Zach Ertz is my fantasy pick tonight, man. With the way that Green Bay's blitzing and the way they send their defensive linemen, Zach Ertz should have a big game tonight.
That's what's up. George, your fantasy pick.
I will take the reigning Pepsi Rookie of the Week to Corey Krosky Merritt.
That's what's up, man. That's a good one too. I would choose Luke McCaffrey, but that's just dirty. I will choose. I'm gonna use the Commanders defense.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Commanders defense.
Yeah, I like it.
That's my fantasy pick. You know what I mean?
It's time to get some of these dead gum turnovers. Dead gum.
Coach got Eckler. I like Eckler. I do like that one too.
I do like Eckler too, man. Eckler is usually every week for me. Like I said, he's a fantasy magnet, a fantasy
killer.
He's a fantasy killer. But I think Luke is gonna. I think Washington has to pass the ball or get short, quick drops in order for the running game to open up tonight. So that's why I went.
I mean, Jaden. I said it before. Washington can run on predominantly almost anybody because of Jaden. The fear of Jaden opens up lanes, especially in the read option or any type of it opens up lanes. Like people are intimidated that Jaden's gonna take it and tuck. So there's gonna be lanes, natural open lanes because of Jaden. It's up to the running backs to find the lane. So I feel like depending on what Jaden does with the football, they're gonna be lanes. So I do think the running game will be there. It's just up to like the backs to find the holes for them to like get positive yards or game changing yardage. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, this has been great, man. This week, what time is we there? Oh shoot, it's 7:58. It's almost game time.
Yeah, well, we still got 15. We got 15 minutes till kickoff, but whatever. We're doing good.
Oh, we're not going. I am definitely not going to 8:15.
I got to pop some popcorn, get my sodas ready, and all that.
We're not going.
We got to take a bathroom break.
Yeah, exactly. We got something. Yeah, bro. What we doing here? We talking about 8 o'clock is like boom. All right, here you go. Paul says Bill and Debo will be the keys again. Santiago, what's good, my guy?
What's up?
What's good, Santiago? The keys. I mean, I could say Terry gonna have a big game, but you know.
Terry need 87 yards tonight. 87 yards. He'll pass Bobby Mitchell.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
I mean, they play a lot of zone, so he could get his numbers. I mean, folks, Jay going. I didn't ask this though. I did want to ask this question though. I mean, we really didn't tackle this, and I'm surprised that we didn't mention it. It's prime time. It's prime time, and Jaden Daniels is a quarterback. Like,
yeah, he's always must see. He's
lights are bright.
Prime time.
Jaden on prime time, kind of goes together.
Yeah, it does.
And he's playing against another quarterback a young quarterback that everybody thinks is one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL. Competitive is Jaden? I think so.
If he paints another masterpiece like that Cincinnati game last year, we're going to be wilding on this post-game show. I'm telling you that right now.
The world is watching, right? The world is
watching. It's the only game on town. I'm in town. Excuse me. It's the only game in town.
Yeah.
So
by the end of the game, Green Bay fans might have switched over to Jaden Daniels fans.
I'm just saying. We talk about this like this game is like Kobe versus DeMar DeRozan.
Oh man, that's kind of harsh.
Paul, you know what gets me and what I love about it? It's only week 2 and we pumping this bad boy up like it's a playoff game. It is like
it is though.
Oh, it's huge.
It's huge.
If you think both of these teams will win the division, which I do, this is a tiebreaker. This is a massive tiebreaker. This could be 1 versus a 2 seed difference.
See, y'all like I don't have. It's crazy because I don't like you think how You're really. Well, we'll see. I'll see how Detroit is. I mean, I don't think they're highly at the pack. I think I maybe.
Oh yeah, because you're going off about JJ McCarthy's one good quarter when he stunk the other three, and you
No. I
he's
was
gonna
just right
do
about. No. I was right because JJ did what he did in college. I was right about
JJ won games
because
late in
everything JJ did, everything
that first
JJ
three
did
quarters.
in that game, and coming off at ACL. Come on, let's be sports people.
Hey George,
Come off of ACL and to do that, and I'm gonna be real. I mean, it's one game. You're right. So let me anything could change after one game. Just like anything can happen after all these dudes, everybody then bashed about and they're done. It's only one game in their career. They can come back and do whatever.
True.
So
That's
everybody does that. But I'm gonna be real. What JJ did against Chicago is what he did in college. That's what I was telling folks. In Michigan, where everybody was like, he ain't throw, but so who was our wide receivers in Michigan? He had no number one wide receiver. He had everybody, all your favorite quarterbacks that y'all like in the draft had top tier receivers. He had none of JJ's receivers are they don't even sniff the NFL. They never sniffed the NFL. His best players were tight ends. The one in Chicago, first round pick, was his tight end. So that's the dudes he threw the ball to. You can't win national championships. Ask Penn State by throwing just to your tight end.
No, you can't.
JJ did that with the running game. So I'm just telling you. All that stuff, when people talk about JJ, but what JJ did with Michigan against Bama, he did it against Bama. He led a game-winning drive. He does that all the time. He can do that.
Like I told you guys, a gamer. Offensive line got better, and JJ settled down and got comfortable.
That too. All that in play. But JJ did what he did in Michigan. There's the same thing. I was like, fourth quarter, let the game be close. That's when JJ. That's when he clicks. That's when he really clicks. He got a different mentality. He's like Paul said, he is a true gamer. JJ is a gamer.
It doesn't hurt when you have Justin Jefferson either, though.
I mean, he wasn't throwing but he was throwing 8, but he wasn't throwing Justin Jefferson in that touchdown. Who he threw his ball to?
Justin Jefferson scored a touchdown.
But at the end, who was he throwing? He throwing to his running backs, through that go route to a running back.
Yeah,
it wasn't Justin Jefferson, the go route to a running back.
He missed Jefferson high though, and then he went back.
He missed the high one. Yeah, but he was getting big plays to non-Jefferson, and he don't even have Addison. He don't even have Addison yet.
No, that's true.
Hawkinson was next to catches for
Hawkinson too.
We can continue this. We'll continue this argument in other forums.
George did it. Wasn't me. I ain't started.
No, it's my fault. I'm the one that did it. I took it off the rails.
We was good. We was chilling.
I did. I'm on the list.
Oh, yeah, you on the list? You on the JJ list? You on the JJ list? It's facts. You on the JJ list?
So I'll take the blame on that one. I will take the blame on that one.
Yeah,
we gotta own up when we do something, and there you go.
Yeah. All right, y'all. But before we close this show out, man, we gotta make sure you don't forget to tweet. Don't forget to tune in to our post game show directly after the game. We'll be on YouTube, IG Live, YouTube and IG Live. Also, we'll be streaming on the Urban Sports Scene X handle. Subscribe to our podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and other podcast platforms. Just search All Burgundy and Gold Errything. You can also tweet us at ABG_Errything. Hit us up on IG and TikTok at ABG_Errything. Make sure you subscribe to our All Burgundy and Gold Errything YouTube channel as well. All right, this has been a dope show, man. Hey, let's go for 2-0.
Yeah,
that'd be dope, right?
Be dope.
Let's go for 2-0.
We're gonna be. It might be popping off in here if they're 2-0.
I think it will be. Hey, I mean, bold predictions. I think it may be popping off in here. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think it will be. Anyway, you've been listening to All Burgundy and Gold Errything, powered by the Urban Sports Scene and Fox Sports Radio, 96.9 FM and 1340 AM. Hopewell, Virginia, for ages. Deuces. We are out.